Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World. 904-800-STAV. Call in. We'll solve your problems. Got my boy Gavin Matts on the couch. What's up, dog?
What's up, dude?
Special on YouTube right now. Progression.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Thank you.
Yeah. 6 special. Where'd you shoot it?
Vancouver.
It looked cool.
Only
looked
place
awesome.
I could.
Yeah. Only place you can muster up 40 people. It looked good though, bro. Cause you're a Vancouver boy, aren't you? You're a British Columbian.
I'm a British Columbian. That's a deadly combination.
Yeah. I like Vancouver, bro. I like you got a lot of Chinese people. That's something I appreciate.
I love that about that place.
There's a lot of good Chinese food.
People get mad about it now.
Really?
Yeah.
What, too many?
That's what they say. They're buying all the property.
Hasn't it always been that way though, or no?
Yeah, that's how so I don't know what the problem is now.
Because that feels like a place that just has been Chinese. Like I met somebody when I was on the road, and her family, like she was Chinese. She was I met a Chinese lady, but it was like she was like they have like in Maryland, right? You'll go to like they had like now in some of the suburbs, it was like some of the first tech industry was in it's like Columbia, Maryland. It's like there's a county that's kind of between Baltimore and DC that like a lot of people came over. There's a lot of immigrants that came over in like the 50s, 60s, a lot of Indian immigrants in the 60s that came over to be like the first wave of like tech guys and work on government projects and shit. And so now in 2023 or in 2030, whatever the fuck year it is, 2024, goddamn, I'm fucked up. I'm so fucking hungover. 2024, it's like you'll get like Valley Girl Indian types, like they look like Indian as hell. They've just been like, it's the same community, but they have been living in a suburb the whole time. And it's like, you'll get that kind of Chinese person in Vancouver where it's like, there've been Chinese motherfuckers there since like the 1900s who just seem like just talk like there's no hint of any ethnic shit. You know what I mean? Like, whereas we're used to seeing like white immigrants do that shit.
I think that's all like the wealthier like side because they like buy property and then just keep the house empty and then they're like it's like a summer house but it's in like one of the most expensive cities in the world. Yeah. But then there's like the classics.
Oh yeah. You do got some classics. I guess it's I guess what I'm coming up with is a racist observation where I'm like, can you believe I met a Chinese girl that's been talking white for generations? Like, I guess that's really what I'm like, gee, howdy, that's interesting.
I'm still trying to yes and. I'm like,
yeah.
It just and also there's classics. Also there's like kind of normal, the kind of stuff you're used to.
The voices you guys know and love, they got those too. But I don't know, dude. It's always weird to me because all the Greek people I know go back like 1 or 2 generations. So it's just weird to see and I guess it is literally racist because it's not weird to see like Italians that have been in like Chicago for 100 years, but it's just because they look different. Right. It does like this girl had not. No one in her family has spoken Chinese for like 3 generations. And I think it's cool to get non-white completely. You never see like sellouts, ethnic sellouts that aren't white that hard. Like I guess that was like, it was just interesting and weird to me.
Yeah, you're like, you don't even care.
Yeah, it's like you're bare. Like you
I
don't
care more than you.
Fully.
Yeah,
I thought it was way
asking
cooler.
questions and she's like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, and I was like, all right, whatever. Can I see your breasts, please?
Yeah,
she also had huge tits. It was fucking awesome.
How far back do you have to go to have an accent? I feel like any accent that I was related to is dead.
Right. Yeah.
Which is just like my grandfather.
Yeah,
he's like British, but I'm like that accent's fake.
Yeah. He was British. Your grandfather.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Interesting. That's not that far back, actually. He came over in what, like the fucking, I'm gonna guess 50s or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's been gone so long.
Yeah. So, but who was that? Your mom's?
That's my mom's side, and
your mom's side.
Yeah, I don't know anything about my dad's.
You don't
lineage.
know anything?
Yeah, they don't. He stopped talking to them, so I don't know if there's an accent over there.
Damn. Did you look it up at all, or?
No, and I think his dad passed away, and he said something dark to my sister where he was like, if my mom had died first, I would have visited my dad.
Whoa. His mom is worse?
I guess.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's just.
And you haven't decided, you're not curious about this at all?
I don't know. He's not like a guy you can like
your dad's
get through to.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Do a little fucking Do a little research, dude. Do a little fucking...
Yeah, I should do a little, like, give my snot or whatever to...
No, not 23andMe. Do a little, do old school, like microfiche. You know what I mean? Go to a library. Like, that fucking guy, Henry Louis Gates, have you seen his show?
No.
Where he goes through, like, celebrities and, like...
Oh, wait, yeah, and then I remember that because that was... Edward Norton was... related to Pinocchio, and I was like, "That."
Wait, what?
I was like, "That's
what do you mean he's related to Pinocchio?"
No, not Pinocchio. Pocahontas.
Oh, Pocahontas. I was like, dude,
another fake historical figure.
Oh wow, Edward Norton was related to the real Pocahontas. That'd be awesome if you, because you know what's funny? You said that.
That's such a good.
And even though it doesn't make any sense, I'm like, he does kind of look like Pinocchio. I'm like, was Pinocchio based on a guy?
No, he became a real boy. And he started fucking.
he was nutting,
fucking.
Dude. Pocahontas is his 12th great grandmother. Damn, Edward Norton's got some fucking.
That's such a win. Like,
I don't know though. The real Pocahontas not as sexy as the one from the cartoon, probably.
Well, because
and
Ben
probably
Affleck
was a child that. Like, there's no way it was romantic. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way Pocahontas wasn't like 11.
But if Pocahontas just kept living there for like a while, like she would have became like pretty normal, no accent.
Yeah. Well, if she got to keep, just banging Indian dudes.
I like this photo, the Business Insider. Next to his great, they look alike.
Yeah, you can see the resemblance.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. My guess is Pocahontas was 10.
You can see the resemblance. It's
yeah. Here's what. So, what was the guy's name? John Smith.
Henry Louis Gates.
No, motherfucker.
No, the dude who
the Pocahontas, bro.
Yeah.
You think I would forget? I'm the guy who brought up Henry Louis Gates. You two motherfuckers didn't know his name. I did. Anyway,
John Smith.
John Smith. Here's my guess, and I have done no research. John Smith was 38. Pocahontas was 11. That is my guess. Damn. Let's find out.
But that's a long time ago.
I know it's a long time ago.
And I'm always like, you have to take into account the inflation rate on that because it's different. It's different.
What was the age difference between Pocahontas and John Smith? Let's get on Quora about this. She was maybe somewhere between 10 and 12.
No,
pretty good call.
Oh, he was 16.
When she was. Oh, no. She was 16 or 17 when they married. She met him at 10.
Oh.
But it was mostly a friendship. I mean, this is just according to some bitch named Barbara Rich.
She's a Tolkien geek.
Yeah, what the fuck
I'm on Quora and I'm a Tolkien geek.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, whatever. Who gives
Wasn't Ben Affleck, his family owned slaves or something? Definitely. And he was like, fuck.
He did, and
he's
then,
like, oh.
You know who else owned slaves? You're
kind of rolling the dice.
Yeah, if you're a white going in that, that's a bad look.
If you're a white guy from Boston,
yeah. You know who else owned slaves, I believe, whose family? Larry David. Larry David's family owned slaves, and he was like, He really reacted in a funny way. It was awesome. And you know what's hilarious? I think on that same show, they showed that him and Bernie Sanders were distant cousins, which is, that is so funny. Perfect. That's like barely. Which is everyone knows that.
He voted for Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah,
he voted for the gay mayor.
That's crazy. That is
Larry did?
Yeah,
wow.
Larry did crypto. Larry voted for Pete Buttigieg. It's like, don't meet your heroes. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing an Uber Eats ad.
Yeah. He's got $1 billion and he's doing crypto commercials. Fucking, they put Seinfeld on a new streaming service every 3 weeks, and I know he cashes a check off that shit.
Oh yeah, he was on the commercial for that thing that Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yes, he was.
Right?
He was
FTX.
Yeah. He was on an FTX commercial.
That's one of the great grifters of our time.
I know. Well, where is he now? Isn't he in jail? Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yeah,
getting
I think
his ass
for forever.
Fucked. Getting his ass, that sweet piece. If
he's gonna get out and he's gonna be on Legion of Skanks.
Dude, honestly, I would have
throw Martin Shkreli on there.
Yeah. I'm not interested in Martin Shkreli because he's a dirty, devious Albanian. But Sam Bankman-Fried, I literally would like to have on just to ask him like what that rat-faced girl's pussy was like. Because remember his bitch was a rodent who apparently had like
Carolyn
a concubine.
Ellison. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
my gosh.
Good God. Oh, fuck.
That's crazy.
God damn. Imagine. Yeah.
That's so rich. You don't even need to be hot pussy.
That's disgusting.
She's got that AMG models look. You know what I mean? You know, like models are like insane looking now.
Yeah. I think there's no. I think it looks like her face is dissolving, like the second half of her face.
Yeah, it looks like she's like wearing a mask.
She has early stage, like, what the fuck was the film critic's name who lost his jaw? Ebert.
Roger Ebert.
She's looking like Ebert naturally, bro.
His jaw just disappeared, or
did not look good.
They had to fall off.
Poor guy, and he had a nice jaw too.
What, did he chew tobacco?
I think he just got a fucked up like cancer. Just it's luck of the jaw.
I remember they were trying to stop us from chewing tobacco when we were growing up in Canada, and they showed us like, I don't know who it was, Randy Johnson, some like baseball pitcher who had like the jaw removed. Oh, which just sucks because then you can't even do the thing you love anymore. Yeah, you can't. You got to upper lip it.
Just leave it there. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah.
And now everybody's on those Zins. I'm like, those are bad.
Those are definitely bad. Were you guys a big chewing tobacco? Was it a big chewing tobacco culture? And
there's some, in
British Columbia. I keep calling it.
I kind of bounced around friend groups, but depending on which friend group I was in, there's one I would have to chew tobacco.
Right. Break it down for us.
With like the lacrosse boys.
Lacrosse boys were tobacco chewers.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to blend into the group.
Yes, of course. Yeah, lax bros. I guess for me, I always thought it was like a baseball kids chewed tobacco.
Yeah, we don't have baseball.
We didn't have baseball, but we had lax.
Yeah, we had lax.
Maryland was actually like a huge lax on the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
So I actually played middle school lacrosse, but it was like there was no. It actually. I don't know.
This kid I went to high school with is like one of the best lacrosse players in the world.
Really?
But I'm like, he only makes like $200,000 a year.
I bet he does not make $200,000 a year.
You think I'm being generous?
I literally think you're being generous.
I think I'm being generous too.
Like, I bet you they get paid like WNBA players.
Yeah, they do have to play in 2 leagues.
Yeah, exactly. You play in 2 leagues.
No summers.
There's no summer. Yeah, you play in 2 leagues. You play in like literally like they have like an indoor league that like there was a professional league that used the same fields that my like under 13 soccer team did. Yeah. Like they like literally a professional sporting event was waiting on a game when I was a child. Our game went to overtime, and they were like waiting for it to end. And these are grown men who like left their children at home to go play fucking indoor lacrosse in Maryland.
And then they're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm just gonna become a fireman. Yeah, that's like every fireman. Every fireman, they're like, yeah, I was a professional athlete.
I was a low level professional athlete sounds kind of fun. The arena league. That was always looked kind of fun.
Like that football,
leagues.
Yeah, that is fun. That seems like such like a finesse as well. Like from whoever is, those leagues only last like 3 years.
Oh yeah. Well, they got the XFL and the USFL merged, so that's something to look at.
Oh yeah, and what was the one where the women?
The lingerie league?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool because it's like, hey, you like football, but do you want to jack off too?
Yeah, they're like, how can we get people to watch women's sports?
Yeah. I know, like, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I literally could 100% jack off.
Those helmets also?
No problem.
Like hockey helmets from the 90s.
It's hockey helmets so you can see their faces. And like truly it is hot to see hot women fucking each other up. Like I could no problem. Like I don't watch much lesbian porn. I don't know about you guys, but I could. But one that I watched for a while was they had a wrestling match one where the winner gets to fuck the loser with a strap on.
That's crazy.
And that really, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's, I like to see women pinned against each other. But that, for a while, was like in my rotation. Fuck, what was it called? It was a hilarious name. It was like something submission. Rotation.
Is it just the one video or there's multiple?
Oh, there's multiple matches.
It would be nice if there's like storylines thread throughout.
There kind of is. They have records and there's rivalries. It's like one girl fucked one girl. And one time they fucked him in the pussy. One time they fucked him in the mouth and the ass. And there is like, it's like there's one it would be cool. And then they got men involved, and I guess
it ruined it.
The mood was well. And then I thought like I kind of would like to like wrestle a woman and then she sucks my dick. I guess. Yeah. Like I get like it's not at the top of my list, but I would experience it.
Yeah,
but it's not as good as two women fighting.
But if you lose, what happens? Oof. You know what I mean?
You're right. I guess the guy always won.
What did they want?
I didn't watch as much as
what do women want?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta fucking listen to their fucking dumb stories. You gotta listen to her talk about The Office. Oh, you fucking bitch. You gotta listen to her. You gotta take her shopping if she wins. You gotta fucking watch.
She wins, I gotta do the dishes.
I gotta do the fucking dishes.
I gotta vacuum. Are you kidding me?
I got a hard dick. I gotta do dishes with a hard dick over here.
She beat me. I was turned on. I like that so much.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, you're right. I guess I didn't watch enough of the man versus woman one.
Yeah.
I was much more into the Ultimate Surrender. That's what it was called.
A guy who's like, I want to watch
Ultimate Surrender. Look it up, elders. Chicks only.
I gotta see, but I gotta watch the guy one because they fight. Oh, it's in a ring.
It's in a ring, and bro. It's like a UFC ring.
Oh, there's people around.
They're watching, brother.
Yeah, I got an extra. I got some extra work today.
Yeah,
I'm getting $75.
They fuck it. The loser gets fucked in the pussy with a strap on.
Damn, that's awesome.
It's pretty fucking cool, dude. Shout out to Ultimate Surrender. Yeah, but then once the guys got involved, it kind of ruined the vibes.
I've beat off to some good like ones where they're like in a smaller kind of gym and they just like both get really greased up and like hold each other in holds and
yes,
you know, it's like they're getting physical and aggressive, but they're kind of like laughing throughout it. So
right. No, the laughing. I need this.
I don't like that. Don't break the character.
No.
Be in the scene. Don't be like,
yeah.
Ha, ha, ha. Like, don't.
You gotta want to win.
Yeah.
The other thing I like is that it's a very arbitrary scoring system. Like, to this day, I could not tell you how you score points, but whatever.
It's like
stuff.
her pussy slipped out 5 points.
Anyway, take this.
The WWE in the pandemic is so funny with all the Zoom faces.
Yeah. I guess that's probably where this started, is being a little kid and watching women's wrestling and being like,
what if they?
I want Lita to suck my dick. Yeah. I want Trish Stratus to eat Lita's pussy. And you can't have that happen, but you can fucking see this happen. Yeah, salute to Ultimate Surrender. What a great time.
I used to fucking VHS. Did you ever used to VHS record stuff that was on TV so you could jack?
Well, I would cut. I would jack off the VHSs, but they would be like they'd be already done for me. What kind of stuff were we recording?
I had like the first 20 minutes of Gia.
Yeah, ooh, that's good.
With Angelina Jolie. Yeah, just the first 20 minutes.
Is that where her tits are out?
She has like a lesbian hookup scene.
Nice, yeah. Oh, there's like a steel cage involved? Yeah. Isn't there?
Something. It was like,
I've seen stills from Gia.
I've never finished the movie. It's also so funny to like, it's not actual porn, and then when you're done, you have to rewind.
Yeah. The rewinding is hilarious. What about did you ever discover any porn from your father? That was for me. I had a couple of my dad's videos.
No, there was like a website that sometimes he would like leave open and then I would close it for him.
Damn, what was it?
It was like some Brazilian butts thing.
Maybe Mike in Brazil.
But it was like on the family.
I also had a Mike in Brazil era as well. Or 8th Street Latinas, I believe.
But I always felt...
Did me and your dad jack off to the same stuff?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You have this thing, that feather.
But I never like looked at it or anything. I just like felt bad and like and X'd it off.
See, dude, that's crazy because this is a real. Because you're 28. How old are you?
29.
29. Yeah. I'm 30. I'm 35, and so it's 6-year difference. But the idea that my father would jack off with a computer is crazy. Like, it's crazy. I can't even imagine. Like, there's no way your dad was beating off on a computer, right?
No,
way.
We were kind of both discovering the internet at the same time, so you kind of have to be respectful.
You probably have younger parents too, right?
I guess so. Okay. I mean, they're born in like the 60s.
Okay, interesting.
64 and 68.
Okay, Okay.
My dad's older,
I can't do
64.
math. Fuck, I'm too stupid.
Like
I feel like my parents. 60
maybe.
Okay, my parents are.
He's 60 this year.
My parents are definitely at least a decade older. My parents were born in the 50s. If you tried to tell me what year my dad was born, my mom too, who I actually love, but I couldn't tell you at all what fucking. I know her birthday, but I don't. My dad's, I think, is either in June or July, but I could not tell you the year.
I always forget my mom's. I know the month though.
What's the
April.
month? April. That's good.
Yeah,
that's something.
I'm covering up because you don't know the year, so I'm being like, I don't really know anything.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you second half of either June or July. I'm going to say July. Feels more right. Second half of July is my dad's birthday. Start 1950 something. Yeah, that's as close as I can give you.
Yeah.
That's Mom. I know the exact day. Anyway, who gives a fuck? But that's so funny that your dad was jacking off on the computer. But I guess
with the fucking modem.
Well, with the modem, jacking off with the modem's crazy. With you in the house,
we're not getting any phone calls. Right?
Dad, you're tying up the lines. To look up Mike in Brazil to jack off to the 30-second teaser on the website. That was the fucking. Oh, those were the good days, man. You get the fucking teaser. You got everything you need in that 30-second teaser.
So crazy. I also don't know where that came from. The memory.
Yeah, dude. That's the beauty of the show. This is basically therapy for real, dude. Yeah. You're really,
That's nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, having to close your dad's porn tab is crazy. He can't even just give it an X.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, would that be weirder to jack off to the exact same video and
to start
in the
where he
same
stopped?
day? Yeah. Wow. That's very interesting. That might have bonded you in ways you don't even know. My dad's porn was all fucking weird and old though. And we've talked about it on a previous episode with my brothers, but he had like a Fast Times at Ridgemont High
porn parody?
Porn parody.
That's so crazy.
And I don't think he'd ever seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think he just...
Now, if he did see it, he'd be like, they made a movie
Why is there no pussy?
So
they took all the pussy out. Yeah, they took all the pussy out of my favorite porno. It was
and
called
all these
like
people look way more normal.
Yeah.
You know, like in a porn parody where the guy has like a clear hairpiece. It's like,
oh yeah, dude. This was the Stifler in that one was, or not Stifler. Whoever the Sean Penn character was.
Stifler. Sure.
Yeah.
Spicoli or something.
Spicoli. Yeah. Thank you, Eldis.
That's obviously a clear. Like Spicoli, Stifler.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? Generational.
He was the Stifler of that. You know, it's like the horn. Although I guess you couldn't.
And Stifler was fucking Jennifer Coolidge.
That's true. Jennifer Coolidge, by the way, was in Night at the Roxbury.
She's been like a MILF for 40 years.
Yeah.
Coined the term. It comes from that movie.
Oh, from American Pie?
From American Pie.
Yeah. Wow.
Didn't exist.
Legend.
Jennifer Coolidge is the first MILF, bro. Salute to her.
Salute to her, and she's finally getting her flowers.
Yep. Yep. I'd still let her suck me off. That's the kind of guy I am.
Wasn't she in Seinfeld looking good as hell?
She looked awesome in Seinfeld.
Good as hell in Seinfeld. Yes.
She was the hottie police officer. Yeah, she looks great in Seinfeld. She was the hot cop. I just rewatched Night at the Roxbury. Great film. She was Will Ferrell's ultimate girlfriend at the end. She played the hottie police officer. Of course, Chris Kattan ended up with the lady who worked at the credit card company. As we all know, I'm not telling anyone anything new. Obviously, we were all working entertainment. We've all studied Night at the Roxbury. It's an text. I think we can all agree. Classic. Did you ever have any like really just bad movies you were obsessed with as a kid? Because Night at the Roxbury was mine. I watched
this movie, Sex Drive.
Sex Drive? Oh, fuck, I know that movie. That's, yeah.
There's, like, these guys in it that they were, like, stoners, and they'd be like, you want to see our dicks?
Yeah, Sex Drive is like...
I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Well, that's, again, this is so funny. Those
you can see them from space. I was like, oh, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. These 7 years of age difference makes so much sense why Sex Drive is your movie. Because I feel like Sex Drive was that, like... It's the go-to example of like, oh, this genre's over. Like Sex Drive is like whatever American Pie started, and then it was like, and then it needed basically all the 40-Year-Old Virgin stuff kind of did it. I think even though 40-Year-Old Virgin was I think right before this.
James Marsden.
Oh, Marsden's in it.
David Koechner.
Oh, Keckner, of course.
Keckner, that's how you say
Come
that.
on, man. Yeah.
He's got a classic DUI video.
I mean, that's one of the least surprising things I've ever heard in my life.
He's got a DUI video where everybody in the comments is like, I like that he didn't use his celebrity to try to get out of this.
Yeah.
It's only because he's so wasted.
So fucked up. He doesn't even remember he's an actor.
I'm going to Cleveland. They're like, you're 12 hours away.
Shout out to that guy. That's a guy that if he didn't have a DUI, I'd be pissed off. Like that guy.
Yeah.
Like that guy's got to be drunk.
Yeah,
driving.
he's method.
Yeah. I saw. I think he was on Marin, and he just described. He grew up on like a farm or some shit, and he just talks about how like every day for breakfast they would fry so much bacon and just cook every egg. They would basically deep fry eggs in the bacon fat. It's like, that sounds awesome. Your like childhood is that? That's so sick, dude.
Seth Green plays a Amish guy in that movie.
Yeah,
I can remember part. You know, when you're like, oh,
it's all coming back to you, bro.
It's all coming back,
and that's why you're in comedy, dude.
And like the same year as this, though, is like super bad.
Oh fuck, that's
which
legitimate.
I saw going into high school, so I was like, I gotta safe egg it a bunch.
Yeah. Well, we were way ahead of you on that. We didn't need a movie in Baltimore. We didn't need a movie to tell us to do that. We were still getting that out of our system to this day. We're pretty clean, folks. It's been a while. We should have like, you know how in like a manual labor jobs they'll have like this many days since an accident. It should be like this many days since someone has said a homophobic slur. We'd be fun. On a tough day, we'd have to get the dry eraser out and fucking get that 0. When Eldis comes in with wearing a pink tank top. 0.
I mean, you would just look at that and it says 2 days. You're like, what the hell? We got to fix this.
Yeah, I don't think we'd have any crazy streaks on that.
It is funny because the world was so homophobic. Like literally Obama and Hillary Clinton in the 2008 were not for gay marriage. And and yes, I said slurs when I was a teenager. What do you want from me, bro? The liberal party in America didn't think gay people deserve to get fucking married. It's my fault.
Right.
And that's the liberal party, you motherfuckers. The Republicans, one of them burned at the stake for sucking each other off. And I grew up a Greek immigrant.
Also, if more people were coming out of that time, probably would have been more accepting.
That's right. So it's their fault. I agree. It is their fault.
Blame the LGBTQ community.
I watched Will and Grace. That counts as being an ally. I watched as a child. And yes, I was looking at Megan Mullally's fat titties for most of it. But I still watched.
I thought Frasier was a gay show for a while. I couldn't watch it. Not that because it was gay, but because I was like, oh, it's so boring.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought that, like, you know, homosexuality was.
Right.
Just like boring.
Little did you know.
Numbers and, you know.
No, it's all fucking ecstasy and putting your dick through a hole in the bathroom and all that kind of stuff. It's fun. Seems fun to me.
Seems awesome.
But anyway. Sex drive.
So what do you like?
I don't know, because I guess I never think of, like, Baltimore. You know, we grew up in Baltimore. It's fucking grimy as fuck. I guess I just do think of Vancouver and just like the Pacific Northwest in general, but specifically Canadian Pacific Northwest is like everyone was just polite as fuck. But I'm sure you guys had insane trash there as well.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what you come from.
I mean, yeah, you know, there's like, you know.
Because it is like, the South Park thing of like.
It's a port city, so it's like there's drugs. So it's like, and like, I don't know. Everyone's smoking weed and doing everything.
Is it as suicidal as like Seattle? It seems happier.
I think
you know, how many people did you know?
I think it's less suicidal than Seattle for sure.
Okay.
I know some people that have, you know.
How many?
I know like 4 people that have like overdosed on like fentanyl and stuff like that.
How many people do we know?
I know like a couple.
I know
don't
like
know
one.
Who knows the most?
I know one.
Yeah, I got one from college.
I know one for sure I can think of who's like kind of like college friend group.
I know one from college. I know one that tried but pretended he didn't.
Yeah.
And then I think that's actually it though.
Oh wait, are you talking suicide or ODing?
Both, I guess.
Oh, okay,
I mean, technically, to me, it's the same thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Not to lie.
Anyway, so you got us being the same thing. You got us being. We come from a depressing, poor city, so it feels like it's.
Yeah, I mean it's like gloomy and gray, but I think Baltimore also is like.
Yeah, I mean it's just a. Yeah. Growing up, it was not.
There's like mountains in the ocean, though. So it's like.
Yep. I guess that's nice. True. I guess that's true. Is there mountains in the ocean?
In Vancouver?
Oh, there is. Oh, mountains and the ocean.
Yeah. I thought you were like saying, right there. They're like
that looks sick. Yeah,
that's cool.
Little seaplanes and shit like that.
Oh, I've never taken one.
You've never taken one?
No.
What about that little fucked up island, Vancouver Island?
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there?
One of my uncles lives way far on the Vancouver Island. It's like 9-hour drive. He lives in Alert Bay.
Alert Bay. Got to stay alert.
Yeah, he's
Make
like
sure
a fisherman.
The Russians aren't coming over.
Yeah.
Did he have fucking goats and shit on his property?
No. It's not like that. It's like a sea town.
Oh, just pure sea town.
Yeah, it's like my uncles are fishermen.
Oh. So you really should be with the Gordon Fisherman's get up right now.
I should be out there
getting. What do they got? What are they catching? Orange Ruffy?
Salmon.
Salmon. Oh yeah,
spring
of course.
Salmon. Big boys.
Shit that's red as fuck too. Orange as fuck.
Oh man. I got pictures on my phone. I'll show you.
Dude, after. Literally, please. Like
my uncle's
this is how fat I am. I'm not kidding. I felt a base sexual thrill to wild caught Vancouver salmon than looking at like those ladies fucking each other.
It's so good.
That we were looking at before. I love wild caught salmon so much. Dude.
My uncle John, he has always like smoked his own fish too.
Oh, dude,
and he makes like incredible smoked salmon.
Oh, I'm about to suck John off, dude. That sounds awesome.
I think he'd need that. He'd love that.
Did you ever spend like any summers on the boat? Did you ever?
Bro, I worked one at a hatchery for a bit.
Oh, really?
In the summer, and when I was like 16, and I had to make fish come in a bucket. You fucking bonk. You tape that river off. You grab one of those boys. You bonk him on the head, and you come in a bucket.
Comes out of his like dick that way.
Yeah, and then you take it to the hatchery, and that's how you get like farm fish.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You were milking salmon.
Yeah.
Damn. How do they bust?
You like hold the salmon by the gills.
Okay.
And you grab that gills? Boy right here.
You got this dick. What are you grabbing?
Like
you jack
under his neck. Under
his neck. He's got cum.
And then you go. And it all shoots out.
Out of where?
Out of like the tail.
Do fish have
tail
dicks?
End. The tail end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
So is that his ass?
It's not really dicks, but it's like like when they're like.
Does he shit and come out of the
same
when
they pussy hole or something?
It's like it's like if you're like in a hot tub with a girl and you bust, you're like. Right. When people were like, "You can't come in a hot tub,"
right? Oh, because it's everywhere.
Because then
it'll get in her pussy. yeah.
Then you have a hot tub baby, which is that is probably not good. That's Carolyn Ellison looking.
That seems bad. Yeah. Interesting. So you just basically just kind of
salmon penis.
Yeah, it's not. Salmon.
Yeah. So right cocks. There at the end of the tail, it like shoots out.
He's got a little cum hole. Does he shit out of that? How do fish shit?
Right out of there, same hole, I think.
Same hole. They got a fucking little bussy.
I think. I mean, don't count me on that. I'm not a marine biologist.
Yeah. So basically,
I'm not a marine biologist. This wasn't even my job.
Oh wow. So you're saying I see. So the way salmon get girl salmon pregnant is they come and the bitch swims through it.
You know the eggs? No, they lay the eggs like the rows, like
and you
all
fucking
on the base, and then you just spray that. Like
wow, just fucking in the water jacking off.
Stop! They don't have hands.
Yeah. Oh, fuck,
like,
dude.
It would feel so good if I had hands. Yeah. And then I come up, bonk them on the head.
Yeah. So without a bonk, do they have to just swim so fast the cum drips out of their ass? Is that how you do it? You have to get fast, so you swim fast enough that the jit pops out of your bussy. Wow, nature's beautiful, man.
Yeah, but I spent some time out on that there water.
Bonking the cum out of the salmon, and then what? Just fucking pouring it on the eggs.
No, then you just bring the nut back to the hatchery.
That's somebody else's job.
That's someone else's job.
Yeah. Above your pay grade. Yeah. Some guy's fucking swishing it in his mouth to get a good mix, spitting it on an egg.
I mean, that's basically what roe is, and we eat that shit. Isn't that just true? Isn't roe just female?
It's the egg.
It's the eggs.
Female nut.
Yeah.
Oh. That is good as fuck.
So maybe.
So what is like? Why isn't there salmon jizz on a sushi? Why isn't that on any omakase?
I think that's a question for Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin. What did it look like? What did the salmon nut look like? Thank you, Eldis. Thank you for redirect. Good producing today, Eldis.
Yeah. What did the cum look like? The fish cum.
Just like loose and like,
okay. But it looked milky.
Yeah, pretty milky.
Did it look like human cum?
Not as like clumped.
Not as clumped.
Yeah, more like a solution base.
Gotcha.
We move sometimes more into a solid.
Sure. Yes.
What is that?
Yeah, that is weird when you come out with a little Spider-Man clump. That is fucking weird. If you ever been backed up and then that one fresh nut,
I just feel like it's like when you haven't used soap in a while.
Yeah, and the tip is hard.
And the tip of the soap.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Eldis, you didn't jack up. Eldis had a big nut infection or cock infection. I don't remember which one.
Cock and nut.
And his ball got so big he couldn't jack off.
Oh.
Yeah. But that first nut back, that must have been clumpy.
It was pretty clumpy. It was like one big clump up front, and then the rest of it comes out like a little more normal, looser. But
so like basically, Gavin's theory: one big clump up front.
Yeah,
the soap nozzle theory.
Yeah. Everybody's like, this guy doesn't wash his hands.
That's good, man. That you didn't subject your wife to that initial nut, dude. That's when you got to get out on yourself.
Yeah.
You can't put that.
Would
on
you have like
love.
some kind of testicular torsion or something?
I had a UTI that turned into epididymitis.
Whoa.
And basically,
yeah.
And my nutsack, I've talked about it on the show about 100 times.
but
my left nut got like this big or something, like just crazy big. It made my dick disappear, and it kind of fucked my ass.
I had like a testicular torsion once, and my nut blew the hell up.
Oh fuck!
I almost had to go to the hospital for them to twist that.
Wow, it was twisted up. Your nuts just kind of did a helix.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. How it happened?
I have no idea.
How did it happen? Oh, you don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
What
did they literally just? How did they fix it?
The doctor did
they have to cut?
He was like, "Trust me, you have this."
Yeah.
No, they didn't have to cut anything.
They just literally twisted your balls?
Yeah, he twisted my balls back.
That really doesn't feel a medical procedure.
Yeah, free healthcare. Free healthcare.
That's awesome.
That's what they're doing up there in those Canadian hospitals.
Yeah.
So it must have gotten twisted up within the sack.
Yeah.
Did it hurt when he unstuck them, or do you remember?
I remember relief because everyone was saying that I might lose my nut.
Oh, jeez. Not to cancer, just to twist it up.
Just to twist it up.
Damn. And you have no idea what it could have been, a bike ride?
No. You think I'm not hiding it. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Maybe a bike ride.
I don't know. Maybe hit a bump. Your nuts got twisted up. Whoa. Ah. So you woke up one day and your nuts just
my nut was
pain.
Crazy, man.
It looked weird too.
It was blue.
Oh no! It was like cut off from oxygen.
I was like, so yeah, Mom. Can you look?
How old were you?
I was like 14.
Oh, tough age too to show your balls to your mom.
Yeah, honestly.
Like a little younger, you're fine.
Yeah,
14 is right when it starts getting. Where you probably got a couple pubes on there.
Yeah.
Couple first batch of pubes. That's tough.
Yeah, Mom, you've no experience kind of looking at this kind of thing.
Now, Mom, these are probably, I'm going to say, I guess, other than Dad, the second balls you've ever seen. Does this look normal to you? Does Dad have one blue nut? Is this part of puberty? Damn, dude. And then immediately you get to the fucking hospital and the guy just goes...
Well, no, we went to like our family doctor, whose name was Dr. Payne.
Dr. Payne.
But it was like Max Payne.
Still, you got to change that. If you're a pediatrician.
If you're for children.
Yeah. Or you go into pain management, and that's cool.
Yeah.
If you're Dr. Payne and you give out fucking oxys to people, that's fucking sick, actually.
Yeah.
So tell him that. Give him that note the next time you see him.
Yeah. I'm sure she's not alive or something.
Oh, she was a lady.
She was a lady.
Wow.
Was she hot? Yeah. I'm gonna say what we're all thinking. Was she sexy?
No. She had like really curly hair that looks kind of plopped on,
Marge Simpson style. Or?
No, because it was like like when
her sister.
It was like normal hair, but it was like this. Yeah, Marge's sister.
Yes, yes.
Marge's sister,
Patty.
maybe Pat. Yeah,
and what were
Patty
they?
and Selma.
Yeah. Smoking cigs,
being gay. One of them's gay, I think. One of them's. I think they made one of them trans in a later.
Did
season.
They? Damn.
Or something like that.
Gotta keep up with the times, man.
Yeah.
People on TikTok were going off about Miss Krabappel recently.
Oh yeah, why?
They're just like, it was just a bunch of fan cams of her being sexy.
There were a couple random occurrences of her being hot.
Yeah.
They and she kind of had nice tits. I
thought
she was just super tired under the eyes. It's sad.
Yeah.
People shouldn't have to be teachers.
No. Yeah, I actually remember as kids you thinking she was hot.
The shows kind of try to make her look like a pathetic whore or something. Yeah. But it was like, damn, it would be cool to fuck. Like, why doesn't Bart fuck Miss Krabappel or something? Like, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like that thought too. It's like in the same cadence you had when you first thought that.
Yeah. Why don't they? Literally, like Aldous literally wanted to fuck Miss Krabappel.
No, that would be cool.
Yeah,
if they did that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
At that time, we did have a teacher we wanted to fuck. I believe there was a couple in elementary school we wanted to fuck. Oh, yeah. So I think that was a lot of.
I had one as well.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I had one as well.
At what age did you encounter your first teacher you wanted to fuck?
Oh man, I mean it was Miss Sakic, and she was my grade 6 teacher, 6th grade. You know,
6th grade. I had 6th grade,
and I got she was a cheerleader for the BC Lions.
Oh, are you kidding me?
The CFL,
dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What did she teach?
She was just my main teacher.
Oh, in 6th grade. Yeah, it's still elementary school in
yeah.
Canada. I gotcha. Wow, all day with a fuck. You're in 6th grade. You're 13, spending all day smelling the pheromones of a BC Lions cheerleader, and they expect you not to jack off in the bathroom.
I was in the damn den.
Yeah.
I remember once my friend Colin sat beside me, and she sat on his hand. Oh God! By accident.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it.
You were jealous?
We were like, I was like, high five.
That was awesome. He probably felt a little pussy warmth. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's crazy how you're like a perverted deviant that young.
Oh. Yeah. Are you kidding me, dude? My dick was getting straight hard as hell in 6th grade.
Me too.
In the middle of fucking biology class. I had a couple. I think there was one that I really wanted to fuck. She had fake tits. It was awesome. First time I jacked off the fake tits. Well, no, I guess I've jacked off. I guess wrestling. But 6th grade, that was the year jacking off really took off.
I remember one time in 6th grade, my dick was hard, and I had to go to the window. That's
a great sentence, man. I remember one time in 6th grade, my dick was hard.
I had to go to the window to get a textbook, and I got up, and it's like, you know, when your dick is hard and you're sitting in class, but like you can get up and it's not like it's like sticking out or something. Yeah. So like whatever, I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna give it a few extra seconds.
What kind of pants were you wearing?
That was super bad. That's what that taught me is that flip it into your waistband.
Yeah, classic move. I did a lot of that.
I should have done that, but I was like walking to this thing and I had to like squeeze in between a tight space between like a chair and a desk.
Oh no!
And this girl had like her brown paper lunch bag on her desk, and my dick knocked into it. Like my dick
nudged her fucking ham sandwich,
and you're like, that was pretty far away. Nice, dude.
Yeah, it was. I did kind of think that too. I was like, "Whoa, that's cool." My dick is big enough to do that. That's pretty awesome,
dude. That was so far away. It was from like retelling the story keeps getting bigger. Dude, it's from like your dick.
I was like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
My dick has a little heft to it. Did she respond? Did the girl react to your dick getting hard?
She didn't. I think there's enough like plausible deniability to be like, oh, I just knocked into it.
Yeah.
I don't think she was like, did his dick touch my bag?
And you also in 6th grade, you were at a pretty fucking Wild West school, right? Or were you?
No, it was like a magnet school.
Oh, you were still there? Wait, high school? When did you go to your zone school?
That was 9th grade.
Oh, 9th grade. It was
pretty fucking crazy.
Okay.
But this was, man, one time
Baltimore. To tell you, we have a series of, our school system is like so unfair in Baltimore. It's like mostly really shitty. And so there's like 4 or 5 schools that are good, and you have to test into them from the time you're a little ass kid. And those are magnet schools, so you have to have good enough test scores.
Did you get into that?
Yeah, we did. Our elementary school was like fine, whatever.
And that's because of what is it, segregation?
Probably. I mean, still most of the kids. It's a mostly black city, so it's like.
Okay.
I think actually it's probably not because.
I've seen We Own This City.
Right. It's actually probably not because segregation, what they did was they just made a bunch of shitty like private schools. So they had Catholic schools which were so bad, but white trash that was like, my kid's not gonna go to school with black people. They put them in a really it was like cheap, but at least there were no minorities there. And then the rich people, there's actually a ton of really exclusive like we're talking in 1998 these schools cost $15,000 a year. That's like with inflation, I don't even know what the fuck that would be now. But I remember trying to get into one of those schools and not getting a scholarship. And like my family was just like, my mom was almost good. She was like, we can do it. I'm like, even as a kid, I was like, we're not. I'll just put me in fucking public school.
Yeah. When and you're like out to dinner and you're like, no, I'll just get that.
Thank God I didn't do that, dude. Because also I would have been a preppy. Like those kids were like, the date rapists of tomorrow. It was like
my mom would always threaten to send me to like Catholic school. And I'd be like, good luck affording that.
Yeah, you broke bitch.
Yeah. No way I'm ever going to have to go to St. Thomas More, you fucking idiot.
That's fucking hilarious. Did they make you go to church ever?
Yeah, I had to go to church because we lived with my granny until like she passed away.
Damn, how old were you?
Until I was like 13, so I got confirmed to the church.
Gotcha. What was your saint's name?
Oh, I picked Sebastian because
That's pretty cool.
He got shot up with like 17 arrows.
Yeah, he was cool. Sebastian was cool. St. George killed the dragon.
But my church growing up, it was like all Italian, so like I was always confused why we were doing that because I thought Catholics were just Italians, and it seemed like Christians were like regular.
Whites. Oh, you thought it was different?
Yeah, I was like, why are we going to the Italian church? Like, we're not Italian. All these families know each other.
Right.
And it's Father Rossi.
Right. I guess you guys didn't have Hispanic people.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
You know what we did have? We had a lot of Colombians move to British Columbia.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think they just didn't know.
Yeah, they just saw Colombia.
They say Colombia, they say
they're simple people, man. They see the fucking same thing. They go, they buy a ticket, they live their life there. No, that checks out.
No, one of the scariest families I ever knew was Colombian.
Oh, yeah?
The Silvas.
Why were they scary?
They were just some of the hardest kids I'd ever seen in my life. Where you're like, okay, you came
straight from
something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, especially going to fucking Canada. I still have in my head, I know there's parts that aren't like soft, but I can't help but think Pacific Northwest, Canada specifically is just soft.
Fine. I'm not out here being like, nah. Dude.
Yeah.
you don't even
until you've made a fucking salmon come, you don't know what life is like, bro. Damn, live with grandma until you're 13, so you were fucking trash, huh? You were fucking poor. And then you inherited the house?
Him
and his family, right? You and your parents.
Yeah. And my sisters. My
4 motherfuckers.
Well, it was 5. My mom's granny or my mom's mom. So like, then they sold the house, and my mom's the youngest of 12. So like, all the kids got like a cut.
So you guys were fucked. You were trying to keep grandma alive for shelter. You're like,
yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like my parents must have like saved because they
they're ready to go.
Yeah, they're like,
I gotcha. I mean, it's also got to be annoying to live with your mom until you're, I don't know how old your mom was.
Yeah, she had my little sisters were born in that house and lived there for so long.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is really some like fucking.
My room was under the stairs. It's
Harry Potter ass shit.
It was a little bigger than that, but it was like those stairs that are like this, like they so it's like it wraps around.
Yeah.
So my bed would only fit into like that one
cove.
part. Yeah, but it was cool.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of like spiders.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm the same way where it's like. Now if I have too much space and shit, it feels weird. Like I like space, but I like I can live it. Like I almost prefer to live in New York over somewhere with just
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I need people around. Like
I do too, and that's also why I think I need like a noise machine. Yeah. Because like there was always like my room was next to the TV room, so I could always hear the TV, and there was like a shitty fridge.
Yeah.
And the fridge was always like humming.
Yeah.
You know, like a fridge that's always like wet at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like white with like the rubber, but the rubber is like
the seal's been busted years ago.
Yeah.
You're getting a little condensation.
So I like need to sleep with noise.
Yeah. You need a machine that mimics your dad's jacking off pattern and the fucking modem going off at the same time. Fuck yeah. Well, that's interesting. Honestly, there's so much more shit we get into. We'll have you back, buddy. But we get a nice sketch of who you are, your bona fides for all this, to give a little advice to the people.
Oh yeah.
A former a hatchery employee, grew up Canadian trash, didn't even know that they had that, did you folks? Well, he lived with his grandma until she died. That's pretty fucking poor of him. I mean, my grandma still lives with my mom. We also lived with our grandmas, to be clear. We're not judging.
Yeah, I don't think I'm being judged at all. Yeah. I also think it's just sometimes you have to.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. My grandma just lives in currently.
I would rather die at as a grandma, like with my daughter living at her house, than have to be in like a home.
Dude, home is the food is weird, and I know everyone says this like old people start fucking again in a home. They're the horniest people.
I went to a home because my dad's like grandpa, who's like, but it was like his step grandpa. Mm-hmm. Because his real grandpa died in the war or something.
Yeah.
This grandpa came back.
Yeah. He was like, dibs on that pussy. Everyone, once a guy dies, everyone calls dibs on his wife in his unit.
He was over there killing Italians, so that guy died. He's like, dibs on your wife.
Yeah.
And he had dementia and Alzheimer's, so he was like, and he was like in a home because he was like a veteran, and that shit sucks.
Yeah, and like
I'm like, who's fucking over there?
They're all fucking, and people say that as like a weird positive. I think it's a negative. There is no better gift than being free of sexual urges. You should be able to just die, old as shit, dick never getting hard, whittling. Looking like I don't want to put my grandma in a home and then like what my mom goes in a home and then she has to fucking worry about getting dick now in her 80s. No, she's living with my brother, not me.
Also,
she's living with my brother in a cozy little in-law suite.
And those old people that were in then, they do not respect women.
That's a really good point.
Like the old people, like when we're old and we go to a home, we're gonna be like, consent.
Right. You're right. There's probably old rapes going on.
This guy keeps following me to my room.
Yeah. Luckily, he can't. He needs a fucking walker so I can lose him. But if he keeps going to PT, I'm fucked. Like, there's an old guy taking his PT really seriously so he can get back to rape shape. All right. Well, anyway. With that, why don't we fucking take some calls and let's remind everybody, go watch the special. It's free on YouTube right now. Go watch it right now. Watch it for a couple minutes. Register a view.
Give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up. Give it a comment, and then come back, finish the episode, then watch it again. That way, we each get 2 views on the whole thing. We're trying to.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to fucking game the system. Anything else you want to plug in the middle here of the podcast?
No, that's it, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Eldis, hit us with a fucking question, babe.
Yo, what's up, Stav?
What's up,
My name's Fernando. I'm from South Carolina, but I recently moved to Houston, Texas.
Okay. Nice.
A couple years back, or I want to say last year, I met my girlfriend, but last year, I ended up breaking up with her, and 2 days later, she had a stroke.
Oh!
Now, I broke up with her because she would never stop drinking. Like, she loved alcohol, and like, she went sober for like 3 months. But that was before I met her, and then once I met her, she just like on and off drank, and I
you drove her to the bottle.
Tried to cut it to her a couple times, and I tried to break up with her, but I couldn't. The pussy was good. But
we've all been there.
The last time, it was just over. She just got drunk, and it just wasn't for me. She turned into a different person. So I broke up with her, and 2 days later, she had a stroke. And
good God.
I never got the closure that I guess I wanted because I tried to bring Candy and her favorite soda back to her house.
Yeah, that's what a fucking stroke victim
fuck
needs.
You broke her heart.
Give her some lean in a fucking flight in an airplane too. Sorry, keep going, Elvis.
As I wanted because I tried to bring Candy and her favorite soda back to her house, but her people were like, "Yo, fuck you! You broke her heart. You did this. You fucked up her head, and that's why." When they were the ones actually getting her drunk. So, if you have any advice on what to do, because I still miss her, and
dude, what are you talking about?
I can't get close to anyone after that, and it's been a year since. It's been a year since that happened. If you have any advice and tips on how to get back out there, let me know.
Damn, this is a weird question.
Yeah. So it gave as context, but the context is really sad.
Yeah. He's basically like, how do I move on from a relationship? But it's like a weird ass relationship.
I guess I also have to know like how intense the stroke was.
Right. Is she all like stooled out now? Like, yeah. Is the one side of her face completely fucked up?
Yeah, I need to know the extent of the stroke to make a decision.
Is she bounced back completely?
Yeah, because it sounds like she bounced back completely. Otherwise, why is he still talking about it?
Yeah.
This is weird because he says like he's so broken up about it, needs closure so bad, and he hasn't been able to date anyone else in a year. But he doesn't actually like sound that sad or something. It sounds like he has like some vague guilt about it.
I was just going to say, I think what really complicates this is the guilt.
I think honestly it works out because like he broke up with her before the stroke.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you still wanted to break up with her.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can't know a stroke is happening.
Yes.
And then if she has a stroke and then you break up, then it's obviously
you can't do it. You got to wait. It's a Seinfeld episode. Remember? Elaine's dating that guy who keeps like getting sick. She can't break up with him when he's sick, and then he has an accident. And so, yeah, dude. I mean, this is weird that you can't get over it because you did break up with her. Now, look, we've all broken up, and it's this like. Maybe he's just sad he missed that weird 3-month unhealthy getting some breakup pussy back together for 3 days. Then you both come to your senses. You know what I mean? There is that like messy come out of a relationship thing. But like, all right, you didn't get that. You wanted to break up with her. She had a stroke. You don't have to fucking help her regain the left side of her face. She doesn't want you around. Her family doesn't want you around. Like you felt bad, whatever. I still think it's a nice gesture. I think he had good intentions. If you break up with somebody and then they have a medical emergency.
Look, I try to bring you candy and then your people.
Yeah.
All right, your house being like, "Fuck you, bro."
Yeah,
I'd be like, "What the? I'm just trying to bring her candy."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm also like this. I get like how Scotty's feeling because like there was a time where I used to be like, I wish that like. Everyone that I had sex with just like died after.
Yeah, totally. You know? That would be so clean if every ex just disappeared.
Easier to be in mourning.
Not even died. Like,
this is like a year of his life.
Yeah.
Grief is like 3 weeks.
What I would like is every time you break up with someone, they like disappear to an alternate universe, like a Marvel, like you know what I mean? Like
incredible.
They get to go to a different universe. They live in the fucking Andrew Garfield of Spider-Man universe or some shit. Like they don't have to die. They get to live a full life, but I never come in contact with him again. But I know you're saying this is weird. And he also like, I guess really what it sounds like, he's kind of complaining that he was robbed of a regular breakup because of the fucking stroke. And he feels guilty.
But he did break up with her. And then the pussy was too good.
Yep. Maybe he's mad he didn't get those couple on the way out.
But that feels like that was like a breakup sex. So that's why it was good. But then he got back together with her. Then she had the stroke. So like I don't know. I feel like you were going back to her too much, and I mean, really what he's asking is like if you have any advice on how to get back out there,
right? Well,
which is like that's I mean that's the easiest thing.
That's the easiest thing. Like you don't need any advice, bro. She doesn't want. If her family says get the fuck away from me, get the fuck away from her. She hasn't tried to reach out. It's been a year. She wants nothing to do with you. It's sad and weird. Like, I'll give you that. This is a weird.
But also, if he's like texting her and stuff, like maybe she can't read anymore.
Yeah, that is true.
Because I don't know.
Her brain's done been scrambled. That is a big possibility.
I mean, the pussy might be even better.
True.
I don't know.
If you lose feeling in one half of your body, does only half your pussy grip? And is that a cool feeling?
Heightened senses.
Yeah. Well, like sometimes...
Like if I go blind, I can hear better.
Right.
So if I have a stroke, my pussy
Well, I was just thinking,
crazy.
what's the sensation if, like, does it go right down the middle and is half your pussy tight and is half your pussy relaxed? Whoa. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know how a fucking stroke would go. Like, you see Keith Robinson, who's like, he can't really use half his body as much. Does that happen to half of your pussy? And how does that feel on your dick?
That's a great question.
I have a lot of questions. And how does that
and does
feel?
it go down your...
And mainly, how does that feel on your dick?
On the guy, yeah. And how about this? For her end, like, is it that precise that it goes down half your clit, too? Or does your clit have full, just have no... There's just a lot of questions here.
He just wants advice on how to get back out there.
Yeah. But, we have to take this for a walk, really feel it out, really take the big philosophical
I'll
questions.
go ahead and say the stroke pussy probably feels awesome. Just because it's kind of different.
Go ahead and say that.
I want to go ahead and get... Eldest wants to get that on the record. And you know what? I'm going to second that, Eldest. I think it would feel interesting.
You can count me down for
a minimum, it's interesting, and there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Something new.
Something new, dude. Something new. You know what? Do I love Ethiopian food? Not really, but it's a good experience.
Yeah.
Not what I'm used to, and I will get it in the mix every once in a while. Getting back out there, as Gavin tried to get us good. Let's get back on track. I mean, dude, it's not. This is like, take the weirdness of the stroke out of it. Like, that is a strange setup. This is traditional breakup stuff. It's been a year. And I get that emotionally. I mean, people say it takes at least half the time you're in a relationship to get over a relationship.
Yeah.
And I kind of see that too. I mean, the serious relationships I've been in, or when I've really cared about someone, even if it wasn't a serious relationship and I just kind of fucked it up, it's taken me a while to fully get over it. So I don't know how long they were together, but mixed with the guilt and mixed with everything, a year seems to make sense to me.
It's also harder when you're like breaking up and getting back together with someone. That's confusing for your brain because you're like, oh, well, this is the thing that we do. So are we still doing this?
Right.
I just think it was a bad situation for you, and you got to just maybe, I don't know,
go
to AA meetings and find someone who's not a drunk.
But a reformed drunk though.
Yeah, reformed. Yeah,
because you still want someone who's got cool and good pussy.
Yeah,
but who has the chaotic childhood that leads you to drink and get good pussy, but now she's kicked it. You don't want some fucking dork that never drank.
Head down to the emergency ward.
But yeah, dude, you just have to treat it like a normal thing. She clearly seems to want to cut off contact with you, so that's easy. Don't contact her, get out of it, and just date other people. It's that simple. You just can't go back to her. That's it. I've been in a couple on again, off again situations, and one time, like, it sucks because the only foolproof way they've ever really ended is one of us got a different serious relationship.
Yeah, you kind of have to cut that person off completely.
So you just have to cut her off completely. But it seems like that's not hard. It seems like she is done with him.
It seems like also she might be like attached to one place.
Yeah. She can't really move.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Scotty. I know you probably care about this person and I'm being rude.
Well, fuck Scotty.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Actually, Scotty,
fuck Scotty. But yeah, go date somebody else. I mean, like we said, take the circumstances out. An on again, off again thing is hard to break. It's hard to break off. And you just have to do it. And the sooner you make an honest effort with somebody new and not just try and get some pussy, but like actually like, let me try it. And the second you're in an even sort of something with even any potential, you won't forget about that girl, but it'll be quick. You'll get over a lot quicker the second you care about someone even a little bit for real.
You got to be open and vulnerable and let new things happen to you.
Amen, brother. Hit us with another one, Eldo.
Hi, Stavvy baby. My name is Alex. I love your podcast. Also, hello, everyone else. I'm calling for a little bit of relationship advice.
Wonderful.
I have been with my boyfriend now for about 1.5 years. And I'm starting to feel some insecurities, and I will never talk to him about this because he can't know I'm insecure about this. But I feel like when I give him oral pleasure, I can never make him come. And I think that is against social norms. Normally, I always hear, like, it's very easy to make a guy come from oral sex. But for me...
See, I will... Oh, for her. Okay, let's let her finish.
Just not it doesn't work. I tried forever. I try to like listen to his like noises to know what's working and what's not, and then like honestly, look, I'll get in my head like, oh, he really likes that. Oh shit, what was I doing? And like I'll forget. And what's really frustrating about this is he can make me come so fast, and awesome. I'm so tired.
That's pretty cool.
Of feeling like I can't reciprocate that energy to him. So I just want to know, from your opinion as a man, like, is that a deal breaker in a relationship? Wow. Is that going to, like, make you think, oh, like, my girl is, like, she can't do this. Like, what's wrong with her? Also, any head-giving advice is welcome. Nice. All right, thanks. Bye.
You got to put a finger in his ass.
It's possible.
Possible.
Well, I have a question here because, like, there's a couple things. Is this just with him, or has she made him bust? Has she made other people bust? Because here's the thing. I'd
rather bust, like, from sex than orally.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like, I'll say this. I actually don't bust that easy from head. I can count. There was a streak. I don't know what was happening. Remember when we were on the road? There was, like, on a West Coast swing, I busted from head, like, 10 times in a row.
You were in Vancouver, huh?
No, Seattle, Portland. Yeah. Never made it to Vancouver, but I have gotten some good head in Vancouver, I must say. But I don't think I busted from it. But I've had streaks in my life where my dick is sensitive, I guess. I don't know what's going on. But having a fucked up foreskin, whatever, and in general, and sometimes I get in my own head, and unless someone really knows what... Anyway, I'm not going to go down the times I got good head. Maybe recent in my old age.
Where'd you just go?
This will come out long enough. Off. No one will know. Let's put this one later, Eldest. I will say, and I'll say all that to say, I don't actually, it's not that easy for me to bust. And I have male friends who don't actually bust from head that often. You say you bust quick from head?
No, not at all. And I mean,
see,
with my girlfriend, I've been with her for a while, and like I feel like I can make her come easier than she can make me come. But it's also this dynamic at play where, like, as you know, I live with my girlfriend. Right, she lives with me, so I'm also in this thing of like I have to make myself indispensable.
You're a little piece of boy pussy for her. To make her bust so you can earn your keep.
So there is like some
and pay cheap rent. Interesting. Do you make more money than your boyfriend? Is that part of it? Because maybe that's what's happened here. As the breadwinner, you get to bust fast. Maybe that's what it's been this whole time. It's not that it's hard making women come. It's a society reward. God rewards the breadwinner with easy busts. Yeah. And now that we have more girl bosses and more male losers, maybe we're gonna have the dynamic switch. Eldest, are you a quick buster off head?
No, not really.
See?
I think you like I think keep doing what you're doing if he doesn't complain about it. I get the pressure of like, you know, it sounds like she's always getting her nut, which is great.
Good for her, yeah.
And I
feel
that's
healthy.
Yeah. It is healthy.
Well, yeah, so she's in a great position there, and she feels like the pressure wants to make him not like come from giving head, but I don't know. I feel like well, try asking him. It's like
I was just going to say that.
Do you wish you came from me sucking your cock more is a good place to start. And then
and just kind of open with that.
If we could clip that, guys.
Just kind of wait.
If the people listening could just kind of have Eldest saying that clean. I'd love to have that audio. Eldest, in fact, that's a direct order. You're getting a direct order. Give me the clean audio of you saying that. I need that. I need that for my sound. We're going to get a soundboard, and we're going to have you saying that. This is going to start the soundboard revolution on Stavvy's World. I need that. Do you wish you would come more for me sucking your dick in Eldest's voice? Cock, I'm sorry. Thank you. Timestamp.
Yeah, we'll get it on there, but
clap.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think like I try asking him if he does wish he nutted more, and then I don't know. I feel like a lot of times head is like kind of a prelude to sex, and it's like
absolutely
this feels pretty awesome. I don't feel pressure. Sometimes when you're getting it, like you're just something happens within you where you just kind of like you're like, damn, I do feel like coming from this. This feels pretty awesome.
But I'd rather I'd want to have sex.
But more often than not, I would say 80% of the time, what is roused within me is like, this is awesome. I'm trying to get some pussy now.
Yeah.
But there is, I would say, a quarter of the time where I'm like, I'm even surprised. I'm like, I actually think I want to come from this, and that feels cool too. So look, so you just heard it. We got a sample size of 4.
It's also like,
3.
when is she coming? Did she come from oral sex?
Stupid. My guess is yes.
I think she said. She said he could make her come from oral.
Either way, oral, finger popping. I doubt it's straight fucking, but either way, she's busting. And so I guess there you have it. The 3 of us don't necessarily bust from head, and I think, and I'm not saying, and that's plenty of guys do bust fast, but are you good? Are you maybe just bad at giving head? That's also, if you've never made anyone come from head, then it is a you problem. But if it's like mixed, even if it's only like 30% bust fast, you got
to get some jawbreakers and go fucking
yeah,
and get to work.
And yeah, there's nothing wrong with asking. The way people want their dick sucked in different women. Women want to come in such interesting. Every time you make a different girl bust, it feels like you're putting a combo together on Mortal Kombat, where it's like you got to do things so specifically in such a specific order, and different pussies bust differently. Same thing with dicks, right? So there's not. Why don't? And that's another thing. She's afraid to even talk to him about this, which is not healthy. You guys been together for a while. You're getting your nut off. There's nothing. A guy is gonna feel awesome that you're thinking about it that much. That you're like if a girl in my relationship asked me, is there ways I can suck your dick better? Mm-hmm. That is, I wouldn't buy a ring, but I would scroll through the rings. That, I'm not kidding, would go so far. For me, I've had to sit down girlfriends and be like, when you're dating and then people try and kind of get the ratio ahead, try and get straight to fucking. I've had to the only serious relationship conversations I've ever had have been like, I notice you're trying to get out of your head-giving responsibilities. You'll notice I'm giving head at the same rate as when we started dating. I need to get my dick sucked. I've had that conversation before.
And it's more fatal for us.
Yeah, that's true. I'm risking my jaw. I'm gonna be Eberted up for eating pussy. Shout out to Michael Douglas. And I don't care. I will get it. I will get it happily. That's the whole point of life. You do what you love, find what you love, and let it kill you. And for me, that's eating pussy. So yeah, honestly, a girl asking me, how can I suck your dick better? I'm not kidding. I would start, I would put that equal to helping me through a personal trauma. In terms of how much I know I can support, I can trust her. So I think you're a little in your head about talking to him about this. I think it would be cool. That's a great question to hear from your girlfriend. And there might be some trick. He might be a suck on the head while you jack him off type of fella. He might be a lick his balls. He might be a finger in the ass guy. There's a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of different ways to suck dick.
He's fucking modern day philosopher.
Yeah.
Goddamn, we got Plato over here.
I'm a getting the head sucked while getting jacked off guy. You heard it here first, folks. Or if you've got unless someone's got their own technique. I have come across some stuff I don't even understand.
Sometimes a little ball grab.
Something
nuts, crazy. Not even ball behind the ball.
Behind the ball is nice.
Palm, not even finger in the ass, but just kind of like
letting you know.
Whoa, what's that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just it's not getting shot. It's just hearing. She's just like act right. She's prepared to get into your ass. She's right at the edge. So yeah, there's a lot of different stuff you can do dick suck wise. Do you have a move? Do you have any? Or are you just out there trying willy-nilly. Get scientific with it.
Yeah, do you suck dick the same way every time?
Yeah.
If not, try it at an angle.
Try it open with your closer.
Yeah. Switch it up. Switch up the order.
I would also say she like can and should ask him like outside of sex if he wants to come more from oral, but also like while you're sucking his dick, just be like, I want you to come. I feel like that alone. While
that can also backfire, though.
It can, but give it a try.
Yeah, because then he might be like, "Oh fuck, I have to come."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I don't want to.
But also, but
I don't want to mess with the guy.
Yeah. And the most sacred thing here is the man getting his dick sucked. We can agree. But no, I think you're not wrong though. That's a part of experimentation, right? Maybe he's a dirty talk guy. Maybe he needs to be called a little bitch. Maybe he needs to be called daddy. I don't know.
Maybe you need to bring a spatula in the room. Slap him around.
Yeah, slap him around. Tickle his nuts.
Oral is like more of a two-way street than people think of, I think. Like, you know, you can sit back and just get your cock sucked and it's cool, but like there's
that's if you're paying money for it. It's a relationship here. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
There's a back and forth. I need, you know.
Well, he's
like the
making her
wrestling
bust.
people we were talking about. We need a bit of a story. We need to be like eyes locked.
A narrative.
I can't just lay back and like close my eyes because then I'm going to be thinking about something else and then I feel guilty.
But that's you, though. I think you could probably lay back and get your... some of my best moments in life have been... getting my dick sucked like this. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, yeah, but you know, it takes two to suck cock. That's all I'm
saying. Damn, these are heaters from Eldis.
Yeah, Eldis is on one today. Great stuff, Eldis. But there you go, buddy. That's our advice. Don't be scared to talk to him about it.
Let's get that T-shirt going.
You know,
takes two to get your dick sucked.
It takes two to suck cock. Eldis Sula, and then quotation marks and underneath Eldis Sula with a picture of Eldis. Actually, Eldis. Yeah, we should talk about this. You should be doing Eldis quotes from each episode. We got to post more on the Stavvy's World Instagram. All right, that was good. That was very thorough.
That's like the longest advice we're gonna give.
It's either that or if somebody asks us like, "What kind of sandwich should I eat?" Those are literally every time. It's so embarrassing how completely predictable I am. Where it's like the longest questions are about getting your dick sucked, or what kind of like lunch someone should have.
And you actually launched into like a 10-minute filibuster.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking great.
You were in galaxy brain mode on that.
Yeah, that's. You know, you everyone has their skills.
Write what you know. Mm-hmm. Write what you know.
Oh yeah.
And what I know about getting my dick sucked.
I know about getting my dick sucked.
And that's cool.
Dude, when I
had to let you cook on that one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I let you cook.
I didn't want to ISO too hard. I know.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So I
was like, you want me to set a pick?
Me and Eldis were playing a 2-man game about getting your dick sucked, and Gavin's in the corner waiting. I'm open. Come on, let me shoot a 3.
Me throwing in lines. Oh yeah, I get my dick sucked too. No, totally modern day philosopher. I get sucked the dick. Yeah, if I get my dick sucked.
This is what happens when me and Eldis just...
Let him cook.
We spent 2 weeks getting stoned together. Like, me and Eldis are really on some, like, telepathic shit right now, more than usual. Because I'm like, we're both relapsing. We're connecting in a way. Like, you know in Avatar when the aliens, like, touch their, like, put their tails together?
Yes,
and they fuck in that weird way?
Yes.
They're like the spirit. They like connect to the spirit, the tree or whatever. Me and Eldis smoking weed and ordering Seamless every night. That's our version of connecting our avatar tails together. We're connected right now in a fucked up way.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else we got, Eld?
Telekinesis can make you do some crazy things.
Yo, what up, Stav? Real quick, I'm a 30-year-old dude in a group chat. With 5 of my other best friends from high school, also all 30 years old. Goes without saying that if anything from that group chat got leaked out to the public, we would all do life in jail.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Disturbing rhetoric, morbid rhetoric geared toward,
of course,
others, family members, etc. But again, it's all accepted. We're all in the group chat. Happens in the group chat, stays in the group chat. And we've known each other for almost 20 years at this point. About a week ago, there was a comment made toward one of my cousin's husbands, I think somebody went out and I guess saw him in public, and he was looking extremely like tired, worn, maybe a little gaunt.
Where's this going?
The guy is in the National Guard and was on some sort of a training bullshit off-site, whatever it was, for about 2 weeks. So I could understand that, and probably his more did. And I said, wow, he really needs to get out of the National Guard. It's killing him. Which one of the group chat members responded, I don't think it's the National Guard. I think it's his cunt wife.
Okay.
Which, again, it's the group chat. Fair enough. But I was sort of licking my chops in response, and I had to remind the individual of one of his horrid cunt family members, his absolutely miserable aunt, who happened to be such a disgusting cunt.
Really throwing around
really
C-bombs.
Drove her to her late husband's suicide, which spurred almost a mutiny in the group chat. I'm almost baffled by this. We have 2 or 3 members that saw it are completely freaking out. This is ridiculous. I can't believe you said that. And on top of this, the individual who I geared the comment toward is going and has told their fucking family about it. Now, am I absolutely nuts for thinking this is completely
hilarious.
ludicrous?
This guy.
I've since left the group chat, obviously.
Oh yeah. Oh damn, dude. In protest. This is so funny how he set this up. He's like, dude, you know how group chats work. You say whatever you want.
He's also like the one friend who's always talking out of pocket.
Yeah.
Dude, chill out.
Like, dude, you're not. There is no immunity. Like, you don't have diplomatic immunity in a group chat. Like, yes. And also, this group chat he's describing is too big.
Also, he got upset about somebody calling his cousin a cunt, which is like, I guess, how close are you to your cousin?
Yeah, yes. That's the thing. It's like you fired back too hard. You fucked up. This is the thing. This is you know what this is? This is like the hack comedian argument of like freedom of speech. It's like that doesn't mean people can't say you're an asshole, dude. Yeah. You said something like you overdid it. You try. Here's the thing.
Oh, you can't say anything anymore.
Oh yeah, you think
you just said a bad thing.
This isn't cancel culture. You're a fucking dickhead in a group chat. No one's out to get you. You were rude. You tried a joke you're not funny enough for, and it didn't work. That's it. You read the room wrong.
Yeah, you don't know how completely like he was close to his like uncle who committed suicide. Could have been like Paul Giamatti and the holdovers.
Yeah. and also, did he go up? How big was this group chat? This is a huge group chat, it sounds like.
No, it was only his like 5 of his other best friends from high school.
5-6-person group chat.
But also they've known each other for 20 years, you know what I mean? I'm 29, I'm in a group chat with my high school friends, and we've had someone leave.
You know what this sounds like to me?
5-6 people is, I mean, look, it's not, this is actually, you're not as, for some reason, I guess I misheard the original one.
No, you heard it was like there was family members in it
I thought there was, like, if this was, like, let's say this is, we're not super group chat people, but we have a group chat with like you, me, my brothers, a couple of our good friends from Baltimore, a couple of good friends from New York. Like, we could say some wild shit in there, but that's also like, I feel like nobody would really cross a line either. You know what I mean? Like we joke about, fucked up shit constantly about tragedies, about all your family members that have died. You know what I mean? But it's all like, you know, we talk about killing ourselves. Like it's all, but I do think we all have each other's back. That's the thing. We all actually know where we stand. This sounds a little bit like he is taking the.
I also want to say that I do think the other guy who made the comment like was also out of line.
Yeah,
like if you're just throwing around cunt to your friend when they brought up a serious issue, some guys walking around with,
the National
I don't know what
PTSD
he has from like 2 weeks of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows what they were doing?
But also he definitely misread the tone, I think, of him being like, it's probably his cunt wife.
Well, that's the thing is like, here's the thing. That's kind of innocent. Oh yeah, I bet I wasn't in the army. It's probably his cunt wife. Compared to your aunt was such a cunt, your uncle killed himself. You overdid it, bro. So here's the thing: the fact that it was only 5, I'm a little more on his side than I thought than initially. Because like if you're in a tight group, that's one thing. But you still overdid it. You just did. And should you?
Two wrongs. Like, you know what I mean? It's very classic. Like two wrongs. But this guy then telling his family.
Him telling his family
do you want to know what my friend said in the group chat? Bro, you're 30. You need to not do that.
That's not acceptable. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He should have called you. Like, if he had a real problem with it, he should have called you. And like, you guys should, if you're actually the level of friends that can say whatever you want in the group chat. Now, here's the other thing though. These rules might have been set. If you've been in this group chat for 10 years, you can't assume that the rules that existed when you started still hold true. Are you guys as close? Do you see him as often? Like, it should be like group chat should almost have to renegotiate terms every 5 years.
There's always one person in the group chat that's been there for a long time that has completely faded off.
Right.
And sometimes the group chat can like pick up again out of nowhere.
Right.
And you can be like kind of too hot.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Sure. Like we had someone leave our like long-term bathhouse group chat.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he is.
Interesting. But if he came back and started dropping N-bombs in there, it wouldn't be cool.
No.
Yeah. You know?
No.
Yeah.
No, that would not be cool. No, nobody is doing that.
But or even C-bombs, whatever. But like, so I think here's a couple things how we read the situation. You overdid it. And even though, like, here's the thing, like group chat laws, they're not technically, it's kind of like how weed laws used to be, where it's like, it is illegal to say these things, but no one's ever going to prosecute, right?
Right.
But it's all like unofficial, right? It's all about if you're close enough to say these fucked up things.
Yeah.
But you did say something that overdid it.
Yeah.
You know, you clearly didn't read the situation right. A joke flopped. And it's okay to have a little blowback. Like you're not.
It does suck when a joke flops. He left. You know what I mean? You obviously maybe feel bad, or you're also
you flopped. It's all right. That's fine.
And you expect people to Stavvy, baby. You expect people to respect group chat laws. We don't even respect the goddamn Geneva Convention.
Dude, such a good fucking point, dude. So fucking true.
Yeah, that's my special year.
So scroll down a little bit. I just want to remember the shit he fucking said and what he's really pissed at.
Yeah, there is something to that. Like,
it is insane that he told other people.
It's insane that he snitched,
especially if you guys are close.
It's
like
insane that he snitched, but you also can't be this indignant. Like, in fact, what he should have done is call you and squash it, right? Like in some way where if we're in this group chat and someone says something out of pocket, we're all close enough that I would be like, if I was actually hurt by something, I would be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I would call them and be like, what's going on? I can't imagine something like that. Like,
if you really care about your friend, you'll fix this. I had a friend where I was like high on Molly and we were like partying, and I called his sister like a sluts or something. Who was like with us for some reason. And like he didn't talk to me for like 3 years. But I didn't even remember it because it was like when I was like blacking out and like doing drugs. So I was like so apologetic and but that really like when you cross the line like that, you have to go above and beyond.
Yes.
If you care to fix it. And if you don't try at least to fix that, then you just like are going to be known as like an asshole, and you're going to be guilty. You're going to feel so bad about it for so long. Like eventually you'll forget that he ever said anything, and you'll just be obsessed with what you said.
And yes, that's a good way to put it, is like, let's look at the crimes committed here. You deeply offended a close friend of yours, and you just did, right? And he went against group chat laws. You are the more guilty party here. And it sucks. It sucks that you misread it. It sucks that you're not as close as you used to be. But don't be fucking indignant about it. Fix this with your friend if you want to. Say, yo, my bad, I was out of line. But I also don't appreciate you. Like, I thought this was a place where we could really fuck with each other. I didn't want this to get back to your family. I really did just think this was in good fun. If that's not the way we operate anymore, that's fine. Noted. But like, I'm sorry about it, basically.
Please add me back.
Please, yeah.
Please, I didn't mean to leave.
But yeah.
I mean, it's so funny, too, where people are like, yeah, in group chats, we say crazy stuff. Every guy's like, we get arrested for what we would say there. And then anytime I've told, like, my girlfriend, like, about, like, oh, this was funny in this group chat, and she's like, okay.
Right.
She like straight faces it, and you're okay, maybe we're not really saying anything of substance in there.
That's the thing I want to say too. Like, I'm not saying this guy's a bad guy, but he does kind of sound like an asshole.
A little edgelordy.
Yeah.
You're just
He's like, oh, group chat. Like,
you're too old to be doing shit like this, dude.
Yeah. Also, the thing that he's got to get out of the National Guard. It's like, why would he be what is that? What's the National Guard doing? I'm kind of hung up on that. Is like, the National Guard is killing him. He went away for 2 weeks. This is why the National Guard is not respected.
The National Guard is bullshit. It is funny because that's
probably sad about his life choices where he's in the fucking National Guard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing the National Guard did.
And maybe his wife is a cunt. Maybe your friend's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like, he was like, yeah, which it's the group chat. Fair enough. But I'm licking my chops in response. I had to remind this individual. No, you didn't.
He is at least aware about it where he's like, am I that big of a sociopath?
Yeah, and you are. You're a little bit. You are a little bit.
He is being like, am I in the wrong? So he's not completely lost.
Yes, he's not completely lost. But the answer is yes, you're a little in the wrong. And that's the thing about these. I think Jeselnik said this when, like, I saw a clip where he was just like, here's how you know if you got away with, like, if a joke's funny, like, if you can get away with something if you got away with it. If you said something fucked up and no one got mad at you, you got away with it. That's just how it works. There's no like true justice. If a joke works or doesn't, and it just didn't work, brother, and you don't have any kind of
and Jeselnik, that guy's funny.
He is funny. Yeah. I just love that philosophically because that is what it comes down to. It's just a risk, and it either works or it doesn't. So anyway, you're a little bit of a dick. You're a little bit of an edgelord here. You overdid. You swung with the fence, and look, I get it.
You could have knocked it out.
You could. People have been like, it might have worked. I've swung, and I've been nervous when I've said certain things in the group chat, and that sometimes first LOL feels really good to get sometimes.
And you can, anyway. This is just not one of those moments where you can bring it up later and be like, dude, remember when I said that?
Yeah. So anyway, there you go, buddy. Good luck out there. And, group chats, they're not a monolith. Lives. They change over time. You just might not be on the level you think you are. But they're nice. Yeah, I do like a group chat.
I got this one group chat. It's just called TikTok Legends, and we just send the most horrible things you've ever seen.
That's good stuff, man.
It's awesome.
You call anybody's aunt a cunt?
No, actually.
Hey, Stavvy, I just called in, and I want to redo that because I didn't give enough context.
Okay.
So, first off, 38 years old, I have a 3-year-old boy, and I'm married to a Japanese woman.
Congrats.
We've been together for about 5-6 years.
Wow, that
now.
Actually sounds like what I'd like to have going on by the time I'm 30.
We don't have sex. Yeah, you don't have sex.
Never mind.
It's been about 6 months since the last time we had sex, and for most people that would be a deal breaker, but I don't know if you know anything about Japanese culture. She doesn't care if I fuck other women. Like, as long as I show Japanese up for the marriage, provide with family, she's not going to divorce me. And
really?
That's my question to you.
Eldest, book a first-class ticket to Tokyo. Eldest, get Delta on the horn. When's the next JFK to Tokyo? Anyway, all right, sorry, let's keep going here.
I know in the Western sense, you want to have a woman that'll put out for you, that's your one and only.
In the Western sense, relax.
But how would you feel if you were in my situation? Like, for some context, I that's the reason I broke up with my ex. I wanted to fuck with women, and now I have that.
I'm sorry. Pause this. For some context, my last relationship didn't work because I wanted more pussy. the fucking his academic language and being like, no, I know in the Western sense. It's like, relax.
I don't like judging anybody off like the tone of their voice, but I am like, I don't think he should be around any women.
Yeah, this guy just I mean, maybe he's not like this, but he feels like a fucking just like some way too skinny white guy in a kimono who knows like. Who has samurai swords, who's really feeling himself, and he talks about how he connects more with the Eastern ways, and it's like he's some fucking guy from Ohio or whatever. Anyway, let's finish.
You know, I wanted to fuck other women, and now I have that, and I kind of got everything that I wanted to. Like, I got a good wife, I got a good mother. And I can fuck the people I want.
Who are these people?
But I'm conflicted. You know, I grew up in the West. I grew up Catholic, not Eastern Orthodox like you. But I just
that's the sect of religion is the problem.
That's how you'd feel about it. You know. Anyway, curious as to the way you think. Thanks. Looking forward to your response.
Man. Dude, this is so interesting.
I got everything I ever wanted. I got a good mother. I got a good wife. I can fuck the people I want. That was kind of like going into like life. I was like, I need 3 things.
I need 3 things. Good wife.
Good mother.
Who raises my half Japanese son well, and some strange pussy. I mean, look, what is this is just a brag. He's calling in to brag.
Yeah, he wasn't being like,
there's no real question.
How do I get my wife to like be sexually active with me again?
Right.
It's just like,
he seems
should
happy.
I like fucking fuck other
like,
people?
the problem. Yeah, the problem is you grew up Catholic. That's your problem. That's the only like what in this voicemail is an issue.
I don't think he got everything he wants. I think he's uncomfortable with how much like she's just turning a blind eye. And because
not. What are you talking about?
I'm also like, did she move here?
Where is she?
Where is she from when he's saying Japanese? Like,
she's got to be
I think he lives there.
Does he?
Or no, she's a Japanese woman.
Yeah, she's a Japanese woman.
I feel like
and they have a 3-year-old son. But I'm like, is this like? Because my dad had a friend Paul who he like was like worked in like travel, and he had like a Chinese wife that he brought over to Canada, and then they had a son, and then they later like divorced. And I remember being like, this is weird.
Yeah.
And this isn't going to last. And it didn't.
Right. She just wanted to take it to America.
Is that the situation? Which I'm like, that's a come up, and you paid your dues if you had a son with this guy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Is this I also I'm not super familiar with Japanese culture, but I also feel like from the movies I've watched, I'm like, it is very controlling from men, like over women, like talking about sex, like The Handmaiden or something. They fuck octopuses or some shit. Well, like I know they don't see. Well, according to like 4 TikToks I've seen, I know they don't see prostitution as like cheating. They see it as like, oh yeah, you're just knocking a nut out. Which
and cite those references in the show notes.
Yeah. And then, but I don't know. Like she just lets you fuck other. Like, are there parameters? Is it a don't ask, don't tell? Do you want to have a girlfriend? Are you allowed to have a girlfriend? Like, what do you mean you're allowed to fuck other people? Also, he hasn't brought up that he's fucked anyone, right? I mean, maybe he has, but I feel like he'd bring it up if he's already, like, who are you fucking? Where are these women? And
no, they're people, man. You don't know them.
I don't know him. He could be fucking. You're right.
I do kind of want a list of like, I'm fucking people like this, and I meet them here.
Yeah,
I'm like, how are you going about this? And like, when's the last? How often are you having sex with other people? And like, it feels very like, in a way, you're trying to control a sex addiction almost.
Well, yeah, that's.
But I'm like, 6 months is a long time.
6 months is long. That's the other thing. It's like you don't. I guess my question to this guy is, that's cool, but do you not want to fuck your wife? Like, that doesn't to me sound like the best setup. Like, it sounds like you're just partners now, like in a business venture. Even if I had a wife who occasionally let me fuck other women, which, you know, I think if I really thought about it, my dream would be like my wife, like, would be bi and wants to fuck a woman with me every like 2-3 years, you know, spice it up. Maybe I'd
like an eclipse or something.
Yeah, every
February 29th. Every
on
February
the solstice, we get pussy together. But like, even if I had something like that, the idea that I wouldn't fuck my wife ever, and I would just like, he acts like he's a king who was forced into a political marriage, and he has to have concubines now. Like, are you like, truly, are you happy? Even him saying.
Also, you might not get this because you're Eastern Orthodox.
Yeah, right. The culture might be too different, but. Like, is this what you want? Like he said, for some context, my last relationship didn't work because I wanted to fuck other women. I think, like, it's a little weird here.
I know. So then is it like, because he wanted...
I'm just not sure what he's even fucking asking.
I think he's just like kind of uncomfortable with like being like a white guy who probably exclusively like dates Asian women or something.
He's not uncomfortable about that.
But I think he is. I think what he's.
Where do you see that?
I think what he's saying is.
Well, he did point out that she was Japanese,
but that's only to give us because of Japanese culture. Why do we
even need that context?
Well, it's Japanese culture.
Because it wouldn't matter if we were like, I'm married to someone who wants me to fuck other people and doesn't want to fuck me.
Well, I think to be clear that it's not a weird poly setup. It's like a traditional. It's almost like you're so misogynistic. It's your
and so that's traditional over there,
huh?
That's traditional.
That's the other thing.
Yes,
and let's. I don't even know that that's true. Yeah,
The thing that he's saying is normalized in Japanese culture is not just that your wife lets you fuck whoever you want. It's that I feel like in their culture, like it's so based on like shame or something that you would rather turn a blind eye than like get angry and divorce or something. And I think
but why don't they fuck? Here's the thing that I don't get. Like,
but he's a white guy. He's not Japanese, so he doesn't have honor. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but that's what she's used to. And they probably fuck it like she resents him or something because she knows he's like fucking around.
But he's claiming that she lets marriage. I just don't. This just seems like a weird setup to me. This doesn't seem
not a big enough window into his life.
We don't know enough.
I'm like, what's the one with lack of context? Because I still don't. Still don't understand.
Like,
context.
Are you happy? Like, scroll all the way down. What's his even fucking? That's what I'm saying. What the fuck is this question?
It's not even anything. He wants
how
to know
we
what
feel
we think.
about it. Okay,
we think it would be sick if you fuck other women. Yeah.
I think it's weird unless your wife is either cool, like because she's basically saying you can fuck other women as long as you provide, right? Which again, I'm not even sure is exactly what Japanese culture is. I think like to just say this because of Japanese culture, like. Are you in a good marriage? Do you want to be fucking married? Does your wife doesn't want to fuck you? Is she just not interested in sex? Like, that to me is weird. It is like it's one thing to be an open thing or like she likes it, but she just don't ask, don't tell. I handle raising our son. You bring in the checks. We don't fuck ever anymore, and you get to fuck whoever you want. That's just a weird setup to me. I don't get it. And I wouldn't like it to be complete. If you're asking how I feel about it. Yeah. I wouldn't like that.
I'm like, how do I explain that?
Why am I with this woman? Why aren't we just divorced? Yeah. Is it? Yeah, exactly.
Who's now forming memories as I'm. Should I fuck other people?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I guess the idea is he has to cheat. It's not an open relationship. He just has to do his shit clandestinely. It's like, why do you want to live that way?
Yeah, then I guess it's just you sex work and you go get that head.
Doesn't sound bad actually now that you say it that way. But you have to pick up a couple extra shifts to buy pussy.
I mean, what he's describing sounds not healthy, but like normal, just in like an old fashioned. Like I'm sure there's plenty of like Albanian couples that I've known who are probably sexless, loveless marriages where
we're talking about
where you like the wife turns a blind eye,
but they're not happy about it. He almost makes it seem like it's just part of cult. Like that's my thing.
I don't think he's saying she's happy about it.
Because if she's not happy about it, then
he's
giving himself a pass and saying, "Well, she's Japanese. I get side pussy." Because if she's not happy about it,
that is what he's doing.
So if she's not happy about it, then like to me.
And maybe that's why she's not having sex with him is because she knows he cheated.
But it's also like,
and then
why are you trying to get side? Yes, he's like, or he wants to cheat. It's like, yeah, why? If she's not happy about this, why don't you try and repair your fucking relationship and fuck your wife? I just don't get that.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Because to have a wife and you fuck,
that's the whole point.
That's like the dream.
Yeah, it's like I just don't. Yeah, so I guess I need a little more.
Could you imagine just having sex with your best friend?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome, dude.
But they're obviously not close,
No, I don't want to fuck Elvis. Like, I don't disgusting.
I don't think they have like inside jokes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe this is just some kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know.
I need to know more. Inside jokes. Yeah, I mean,
I need to know more because like, what's even the point of this setup?
Yeah, I just feel like you're I guess
he's 38. He's kind of fucking, he's probably some fucking anime fan. Got himself some Japanese pussy.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't have a hard time imagining like this setup is like weird in that it's not healthy, but I can totally see it. A guy
and anime's cool, but I can't like binge it, shit like hurts my eyes, dog.
Yeah, okay. So I guess my if we're reading this right and she's not into it, then I don't know, man. Try and fix your fucking marriage, or don't cheat that much. And this is crazy to get me to be anti-cheating. I'm usually pretty pro-cheating, but there's something just feels bad about this.
Understand if she feels comfortable with this or not.
Because here's the other thing: is like she's, I have friends with young children. It's like your life is fucking chaos when you have a child that's like ages 1 to like 4.
Yeah,
right?
And so it's the first time they've done it because it's their first kid.
Yeah, so and it's like, do you help with that? Or is she just completely overwhelmed? Yes, she doesn't want to fuck because she's like...
tired.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You work.
And what are you even doing?
And then you come back after, I provide for my family. I
come
want
back
sex.
Smelling like pussy.
Yeah, come back smelling good.
Anyway, that's what I think of it, if that's your question. Sorry, I don't... Whatever, fuck this guy. You have anything good to take us out on there, Big Eldo?
Yeah.
Let's see what he's got.
Hey, what's up, Stavvy, baby? Aldi, how are you? Our guest today, I'm sure you're killing it. Long-time listener,
thanks for calling in, brother.
Caller. So, I'll just jump right into it.
Wonderful.
Me and my girl recently found out we're pregnant. She's pregnant. Well, you know what I mean.
Congratulations.
It's not really a surprise. She's been off the BC for a while now, and I've just been laying some pretty solid wood and just not been pulling out, I'll be honest.
Cool, man. Thank you for being honest.
We're pretty excited, honestly, and I know you're not a dad, Stavvy, but maybe there's some advice you can give a fellow knucklehead who's expecting. Maybe all this might have some insight, on fatherhood.
You came to us for fatherhood things.
Or maybe there's something, that your dad did with you, like a pastime, a hobby, maybe something you guys just did that, kind of stuck with you, a fond memory, or maybe you guys just kick back and watch movies,
This is cute, though.
Yeah, my dad was never around, so I really just want my kid to know that I'm here for them, and
that's adorable. This guy's awesome.
Willing to take the time to get to know them.
I like this guy so much better than the last guy.
Yeah, any advice, tips you guys have? Memories?
You came to this podcast for good memories with our fathers. If there's one thing we've been so clear about, is that we have the most emotionally distant, didn't provide for us fathers that we resent, and they are losers. So no, I don't have my memories are like my dad breaking fucking furniture because some guy scammed him, and the only people he could take it out on were his family. Yeah. The only people in the world that had to listen to him were his family. But I do think your head's in the right place. It's adorable for this. This is literally cute. I want to pinch his cheeks.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to be a good, dad. My dad was never there for me. And I think just by wanting that, you're there, bro. That is the secret. It's not a secret. It's just be there for your fucking kids. Go to important shit. Have quality time with them. What do you like to do? Do it with them. Show them your favorite movies. Show them the stuff you liked as a kid. Play a little fucking catch,
show them music.
Show them music. Yeah. To be honest, there were some the fond memories. I'm fucking. This is kind of crazy.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to come up with a positive memory from my childhood with my father.
I know. I mean,
seeing Aladdin, honestly, he took me to. That was my first movie. Me and him. That was actually pretty cool. I still think that was cool.
Phantom Menace. I saw.
That's
I think
cool.
Opening.
That's cool.
Yeah. Front row.
He took me. Yeah, that's.
I wouldn't let him wait. He
took me to the Maryland State Fair once.
I watched Cruel Intentions with my dad and my sister when it was in theaters.
Oh, you know what? He took me to see Titanic because there were tits in it.
There you go.
That was cool. Him and his fucking weird friend Vasily. His friend was like, I heard there's tits in this movie, and my dad was like, really? And I was out of school that day, and my mom was working, and my dad, is a carpenter, so he could just hang out whenever. And we're like, you guys want to go see this movie with tits in it? And it was me, my dad, and his friend Vasily watching Titanic just for the tits. That was honestly a pretty fucking cool time. And then he took me to a Chinese buffet once, and we played soccer a couple times.
I remember one time my dad was like, he told me and my sister, like, get in the car, we're gonna go to the mall or just go run some errand, and it was like taking forever. And I was like, can we just go home? Because he was like a little lost. Then he like surprised us. Because he like took us to like Six Flags without telling us.
Whoa.
And that was pretty cool.
That's pretty
like,
cool.
That's like a legitimately like fun, sweet memory that I was like, wow.
Oh, you know what? My dad took me to a steakhouse and let me get a porterhouse, even though I was 8 years old. That was cool.
Yeah.
He watched me eat a huge steak.
I would tell this guy a big thing is like, be nice to like your baby mama and like, let the kid... Don't flip out at her.
That's huge.
Don't be cranky. Don't take out your frustrations at the world and life out at home or something.
And it sounds like he's better about that than our fathers were. But yeah, that's a huge thing too, because it's like, it's not just how you treat your kids, it's how your kid watches every fucking thing you do.
Yeah.
So how you treat your wife, how you treat, honestly, just other people.
Too, it's like whatever excitement you feel now, like remember that you were excited.
Yeah. You know when it's annoying.
Because I don't know if like my parents like were excited once I was here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm sure there are times, obviously, where there's like excitement, but you know, to feel like a burden, you know, is like a tough thing to like grow with.
Totally. Yeah. Don't have like panic attacks and blame your children for keeping you from Greece, where your father lives. And
don't name your kid after your best friend who died.
Oh, no, that's you for real? That's brutal. Yeah, dude, you're doing good. Like, that's the thing that it's like, I guess kids are, it's complicated, but it's also at the end of the day simple, which is like, look, everybody fucks their kids up a little bit here and there, or nobody's life is perfect, and you're going to do stuff that kind of fucks your kid up a little bit and you weren't meaning to do. Like some stuff that stuck with me is like stuff that was completely innocent that just affected me weird as a little kid. Everybody fucks their kid up a little bit, but you're not going to get everything right. But the main thing is just like, be there, be a positive force for them. Let them know they can depend on you, that you don't feel like a burden. And then just know that everything you do that's an example to them, one way or the other. I'm still breaking, I'm still trying to get over like anger. Everyone in my family has anger problems because my dad would fucking flip out. I definitely have issues in relationships because of how fucked up my parents' relationship was. Fixing all that shit, whatever, we're working on it. But like, do the best you can constantly and just know like, you've signed up to be somebody's like role model for the next fucking 20, like 9 years if you're a piece of shit. Like, it is funny when you're 10. Like, right around 10, I was like, maybe my dad's a fucking retard, actually. Like, maybe I actually shouldn't listen to anything this fucking guy says. So if you're a piece of shit, you signed up to be a role model for like 9 years. But if you're a good dad, you signed up to be a role model till, I don't know, 30, 35 probably, for the rest of your life. So anyway, good luck, buddy. That's cute. You're going to be a good dad. We can sense it. And I think that's going to do for us. Gavin, thanks for coming, bro.
Thanks for being here.
Fun episode.
Thanks for being here.
I'm here. We're here, dude.
Thank you, guys.
And thanks for listening, gang. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.